My name is Clarke and I'm a trained jewellery valuer, jewellery designer and a goldsmith. And I've been working here in my shop for the past 38 years under the name Dublin Jewellery Valuations. Dublin Jewellery Valuations is based in Royal Hibernian Way, Dawson Street, Dublin 2. It takes years and years to become a professional jewellery valuer. You have to learn an awful lot about every type of jewellery and handle every type of jewellery and learn the law regarding probate, separation and divorce valuations. Not every jeweller is a valuer and not every gemologist is a jewellery valuer either. A gemologist is somebody who has studied gemstones in depth and is able to analyse them and grade them and know if they're natural or synthetic or lab grown or what treatments have been carried out on them, and it's an in-depth science. We opened this shop approximately 38 years ago. In here we design in the background and make. We have our workshop here as well, so we make our jewellery here as well. This year alone there's been a 33% increase in the number of house robberies in Ireland. That means that about 1 in 10 houses has been broken into. Usually the thieves go for jewellery or cash. So this is an awful lot of jewellery that has been robbed over the last year. That's why I would say it's very important that you have your jewellery properly insured, and therefore to do that you need good valuations prepared by a registered jewellery valuer and has been trained and also is a gemologist. There are a lot of people valuing jewellery, but they are not valuers, trained valuers or gemologists, so therefore a lot of the valuations are incorrect. And if you do have to make a claim against an insurance company, you will have a lot of problems with the jewellery assessors who come out to assess the case. If the valuation is not prepared correctly and the correct information is not on the valuation, then you may not even be able to claim anything at all. If your jewellery is not valued correctly, you could have a lot of problems. For example, I had one woman who had a beautiful diamond ring valued a number of years ago by a jeweller, and it was valued at €25,000. And she had to get a safe into her house and special locks on her windows in order to be able to keep it in her house. A few years later, she brought the ring into me to be valued, and I checked it with the microscope and could see that it was actually a Clarity enhanced diamond. Sometimes it's very hard to identify a Clarity enhanced diamond, but I knew straight away it was one. And I would put a maximum value of about 5,000 on the ring, not 25,000. So the woman was very disappointed because she'd been paying a premium to an insurance company for a ring that cost 25,000, when in fact it was only worth about 5. I had another case where a lady had a ruby ring valued by a jeweller, and he had told her the value was 20,000, but on checking the ruby it turned out to be a synthetic ruby, which is worth very, very little. So I had valued the ring at around €1,000. So again, another case of somebody paying a huge premium for an insurance on a ring that wasn't worth it at all. I am a fully trained and qualified gemologist, and I have the latest equipment also for testing lab-grown diamonds in comparison to natural-grown diamonds. I think this is very important now at the moment, where a lot of lab-grown diamonds are being sold as natural when in fact they're not. Also, the price difference is dramatic. As a trained jewellery valuer, I also offer a post-loss assessment service. This is whereby if you lost something and you had no valuation to go with it, and you'd like to make a claim against an insurance company, you will need your own estimate to go against an insurance company. So I offer this service whereby you can come in and tell me what was lost or robbed in detail, and then I will make up the value for you, which you can then use to make a claim against an insurance company. I'm very honoured to be the only female in Ireland that is a fellow of the Institute of Registered Jewellery Valuers in London. It took me a long time to become a fellow. I had numerous exams to pass over the past 30 years, and I trained with some preeminent jewellery valuers in London in Bond Street for many years. I am in continuous education with GIA in advanced gemological studies. So I'm always being asked, where's the best place to buy jewellery? Well, actually, I would have to say Ireland, because if anything happens, you can go back to the jeweller in question or you can sue them. I have an awful lot of forged certificates and forged laser numbers, especially coming from Antwerp. So I would have to say that you need to be very careful about buying diamonds from Antwerp, Dubai and New York. They're the three places that are very sophisticated and know how to forge everything. I would like to stress that not every jeweller in Antwerp, Dubai or New York is out to get you. But you do have to be extremely careful about where you shop when you are in any of these cities. So if you have a piece of jewellery, I'm sure it's probably sentimental, you got it for a birthday or an engagement, it's really important that you have it valued correctly. So you never know the day when you could be so unlucky to have a break-in in your house, or you lose it, or some major accident happens to it. So I would really encourage you, if you have special pieces, I know it costs some money to have them insured or valued, but it is worth it. If you want to invest in an expensive piece of jewellery, I would recommend that you bring it to somebody like myself to check it out first. I'm a qualified gemologist and I would know if there's any problems with the stone and the colour and clarity, and work out the weight for you. I do offer this consultation service. You can ask the jeweller in question to allow me to look at the ring, or I can ring the jeweller on your behalf. But it is money well spent, so I would recommend it. I am one of very few valuers who actually value jewellery while you wait, so you don't have to leave your precious item for weeks on end. So you can pop into us. It's better to make an appointment though, so we know you're coming. We're open Tuesday to Saturday, and it usually takes about an hour, and you collect your certificate or it's posted the next day to you. You can contact me at www.dublinjewelleryvaluations.ie.